Okay, Royal fans, let's defend the castle, and it's time to play some hockey.
Welcome, everyone, to the broadcast for your County Royals live from Lehigh Arena, or affectionately as we call it, the Castle. This is a very important Capital Conference game, Highland Division, as the Deseronto Bulldogs, #1 in the division, are here to play your County Royals. These two teams do have some history. They went head-to-head back on November 29th, where Deseronto squeaked out a 5-4 win, and then on December 27th, 7-2 win for Deseronto. Deseronto also riding a 5-game win streak, so hello to all of our fans at the Dog Pound and Deseronto. Mike Shea, thank you so much for joining us on YouTube, and we're underway. Starting in net for your County Royals is Brady Dyer. He's sporting a .86 save percentage and a very familiar face down in the net for Deseronto, Nick McGraden. Deseronto long dump into the left-hand side. Deseronto controls on the outside. They try to bring this one back in as they work it around. Getting our first look at Jordy Freeland up on the forward point. Some line shuffling tonight, game time decisions. Mitch Moffat, he's out, as well as Braden Forrestal. In the lineup is Ryan DeRossi. Jordy Freeland looks like he's up on the line with Van Vlack and John Samus. Line change as Calvin Watosic, Justin Arnold, and Zach Thompson now come out. As Arnold slightly overskated that one, long pass. Deseronto controls in. Alex Basie goes on him. Former Northumberland star and Federal Hockey League player. Also joining him back on defense is Kenny Murdoff. Long shot. Brady kicks that off to the side. Hard battle on the half board. Still trying to get this one out. That's Zach Thompson battling his man. Deseronto can't seem to find their way out. They're going to dump this in behind the net. Basie back to pick this one up. Goes on the half board. Watosic tries to backhand that out. Can't get it out. He's given help with Arnold. Everyone has to tag up. Kenny Murdoff now. He's going to push that one through. He's got Thompson with him. Long shot. Misses wide. Calvin Watosic picks it up on the outside. Through the crease now. Arnold's going to step through. Look for the outlet pass. No, he hangs on to it. Goes in the back door. It's loose. Graydon can't find it. Now they do. And they're going to hang on to that one at 18-11. Your County Royal lineup brought to you by Industrial Solutions. There was some lineup change. These won't match exactly as the line of Jordy Freeland, Nolan Van Black, and John Samus on the ice now. It looks like Nick Kirby joined that line. A lot of lineup changes here. We'll get all this straight here in a bit. As Deseronto backs up into their own zone, trying to find their way out. Long pass across the middle. Deseronto miscommunication goes in deep. This is Michael Hunter now, goes back, picked this one up, tried to backhand. That was directly out. And that's going to be a delay of game penalty to Michael Hunter. And early in the game, power play for Deseronto. This penalty kill brought to you by CSS Industrials. Shots are 1-1, 17-42. As a penalty kill out here right now, this is Van Black. He's joined by John Samus. Steve Neary on the point. They try to work it on the inside. They can't find it. Now a bouncing puck kept it at the line by Deseronto. Try to work this around the outside. Still can't bring that in. They're going to flick this one way out. They're going to carry this one around. Deseronto's going to shoot that one out through. On the outside, they're going to dump this one in. Going to dish that one off to the side. Dyer's going to clear his own puck out of the zone. And carry this one back in. Deseronto keeps it at the line now, trying to find their way. We're 1 minute past the into the penalty. 1:01 exactly, as Dyer's going to hang on to that one. Also had a jersey change here. Matt Brosman wearing number 28. He was the other defenseman out on that one. Josh Cameron, Zach Thompson are going to come out on the forward line. Basie and Kenny Murdoff on the point. Face off won by Cameron. He's going to dump this one back. Murdoff couldn't control that one and clear it. And kept it at the line by Deseronto. They circle on the outside, trying to find their way in on the half board. Quick shot from the side. Dyer kicks that. Bouncing puck. Here goes Zach Thompson. Tries to get this one out. Now he does. Deseronto regroups and turns back in. They're going to take a breath and back up on this one at 16-18. 30 seconds remaining in the penalty to Michael Hunter for delay of game. They're going to dump this one in. Kenny Murdoff's going to clear that one quickly, as Deseronto again has to back up to find their way in. Again, thank you so much for joining us here on YouTube, Royals Hockey. Hello to all of our fans in Deseronto from the Dog Pound. Long shot, missed tip there. Dyer had that one cut off. Again, Brady Dyer just joined the team. Former Northumberland Stars, had an opportunity to ref him over the years. He just came back from the Federal Hockey League from the Topeka Scarecrows. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Successful penalty kill for the Royals. Calvin Watosic on the ice. Also out there was Malcolm Hurd. They're going to bank this one in. Bouncing puck, can't get this one out. DeRossi out there also, Ryan DeRossi. Hard hit by Malcolm. Basie's going to step up on this one. Ryan DeRossi's going to flick this one out across the neutral zone, but controlled by Deseronto. Now they back up. John Samus on the ice for your Royals. Long pass. Bouncing puck. Kenny Murdoff stands on the line, knocks that one up. Nolan Van Black chases around the outside. They're going to dump this one off a foot of Alex Basie, and Deseronto controls. Van Black now going to cut through the neutral zone. John Samus now has the puck. Fans on that one. Buck controls, dumps it in. He's bumped off the puck into the corner. Basie, the defenseman, steps way up on that one, and they're kept in. This is Brandon Wilkinson now. He's going to put this up to Van Black. Van Black works on the outside. He's hit hard on the boards as he has stood up immediately as soon as he crossed that line. Deseronto now circles out 3 wide, 3-on-3 as everybody backs up to their own zone. Wilkinson plays the man on the outside. Tip pay, nice save by Dyer as he kicks that to the side. 14:20 remaining of the first period. Shots 4-1 for Deseronto. Deseronto tries to find their way to the shooting lane, trying to work it in. They go back to the shooting. Dyer kicks that to the side. And now Hurd's going to carry this one out through the zone. Fake shot. Now he shoots it right on. Nick Graydon's got to hang on to that one at 14:01. Face-off will take place to the left-hand side as the top line comes out. Calvin Witosic, Justin Arnold, and Zach Thompson. Arnold steps in on the draw, wins the draw, kicks it into the corner, but Deseronto controls. Deseronto now going to back out, trying to find their way out. Can't get all the way in. Nice hard hit against the line. The linesman just went down because he's caught up. He's trying to get his legs underneath him. He's good. He's up again. So it's hard to see. The linesman goes down as Matosic carries that in. Whiffed on the shot. McGrade's going to hang on to that one at 13:34. Face-off will take place the right-hand side of McGraden. The line of Josh Cameron, Hurd, and DeRossi now come out. Face-off one, controlled by the Royals. They shoot it high. They're kept into play. Oh, whistle now goes.
This broadcast of the County Royals Hockey brought to you by Local 401, one of the most respected and influential building trade locals in Ontario.
Thank you so much to the wonderful sponsors here for Royals Hockey. Deseronto controls, tries to get this one out. They're backing up off a stick. Now it goes into the corner. Matt Brosma trying to work his way out. He controls this one, gets the puck out. And Deseronto has to back up. Nick McGraden has to go one touch to his defense partner there as they're trying to get this one out. Deseronto trying to find their way out. Nice shot by Josh Cameron, bouncing puck. And he had to reach back for that one. That was Nick McGraden had to hang on to that one. As what a great opportunity for your Royals there, as we'll go back and take a quick peek at that one. As you'll see it right here, there's the turnover, quick fire, and McGraden's got to stretch out. There's the open puck, and they almost have a great opportunity there for the Royals. Face off now, Nolan Van Vleck wins the draw, goes back to Michael Hunter, long shot. Graydon kicks it off to the side. Then they got to back up. John Samus is going to be called for a hooking on that one. At 12:59, shots are 5-5. That's John Samus for hooking. Again, this power play, penalty kill, for the Royals, brought to you by CCS Industrials. Lots of verbiage coming off the bench from the Royals, not happy with that call. As Van Vleck steps in on the draw, face off, won by Deseronto. They work on the outside, trying to find their way in off a foot. And it is cleared by Nick Kirby. Nick Kirby and Van Vleck on the forward line. You got Basie and Kenny Murdoff out there on the point. 12:38, 1:40 remaining in the penalty to John Samus for hooking. Deseronto's going to carry this one in through. They got a kick to the outside. Royals square up on this penalty kill. Nifty little play there off a foot. Bouncing puck. Deseronto does control. Deseronto trying to find their way in. Long shot off a leg. That was Alex Basie. Kicked that one away. As the Bulldogs trying to find their way in. Can't find it. Still looking. Dyer's cutting off this angle here. Bouncing puck. Deseronto still can't set up on this one. They're going to try and work this in quick. Dyer steps out. They try to go around Dyer. Bouncing puck. And a quick whistle, thankfully, as Brady Dyer was down and out and grabbed that one. Josh Cameron, Zach Thompson now come out on the draw for this one. Matt Brosma and Wilkinson on the point for this last of the penalty kill. We're halfway through the hooking call to John Samus. Cameron steps in on the draw, face off to the left-hand side of Dyer. 11:57 remaining. Face off, won cleanly by the Bulldogs. They work it down on the half board. Cameron's going to come out to challenge as well as Thompson. Quick shot, and Dyer hangs on to that one as he cut that off immediately. Face off one again by the Bulldogs. They're going to keep this one in. It's inside the blue line. Quick shot. Dyer knocks that one down. Bouncing puck. Oh, there's the goal. As he had the whole time and just couldn't control that one. As that was a quick release. And the Bulldogs now grab a 1-0 lead here. Power play goal Yeah, we'll see the quick release. There's the bouncing puck. And it just went right in. And Dyer had the angle on that one, but just couldn't hang on to it. And we're 1-0. 11:35 remaining of the first period. Witosik battles his man, dumped in left to right. Steve Neary now goes back to pick this one up. He bounces his man now. Justin Arnold comes back to try and get this one out. Turnover. Quick shot scores. As Arnold couldn't clear this one fast enough. And just like that, Deseronto Bulldogs grab a 2-0 lead early in the, halfway through the first period. To see it right here, Justin Arnold goes to clear it. Right to the stick. Dyer wasn't quite set. Just beat him low. Nothing he could do on that one. 2-0 for Deseronto at 11:18. Flicked in and shot in. They work on the outside. Matt Brosma, long dump in from the point. Cameron's back for him. Jordy Freeland on the ice. Deseronto carries in 2-on-2. Michael Hunter forces his man to the outside. Cameron breaks this with a bouncing puck. They can't find it. Deseronto knew where it was. Nice save by Dyer. Kicks that to the side on the outside. Quick shot, kicked again. Royals trying to get this one out. Long pass off through a foot. Jordy Freeland now controls. Former OHL player and former Deeks of Hazard alumni. Freeland with a one-hand deke there controlled the puck as they circle back. Hurd on the forecheck. Freeland changes as the other line comes out now. Riley St. Pierre on the ice. He has the puck behind the ice. Yep, he's got that one. Calvin Witosik now bouncing puck. Hurd couldn't knock that one down. St. Pierre throws his check on the boards, controlled. Turned around, quick fire. Deseronto now controls. We're coming up on the halfway mark of the first period. 2-0 for Deseronto. Shots 11-5. This is Kenny Murdoff now. He's going to circle back. Fresh from the All-Star game. Representing your County Royals. 2 points at the All-Star game. Captain at the line. Zach Brook turns, fires, keeps that low. Quick shot again with Tossick up high, bouncing puck. Coach is really circling the lines here as some of the bench is a little short. Nice hit by Alex Basie as Witosik now controls. Over to Murdoff now. He's going to go back to Basie. Basie's going to circle, have a look. He's got Zach Brooks with Tossick. He now has the puck. Up to John Samus. McGraden's got to clear this himself. Quick shot by Kenny Murdoff. Misses the net. Bouncing puck. John Samus now controls. He battles two men on the half board. Basie comes in to help out. Turnover. Back comes the Bulldogs. 2-on-1 knockdown. Kenny Murdoff now tries to keep this on the outside. Oh, what a save by Dyer as he grabbed that one. What a glove save by Brady Dyer as he grabbed that one immediately. As right there, you'll see him just flash the leather and hang on to that one. And he keeps it 2-0. Deseronto still circling on the outside. Shots are 12-6. Bouncing puck control. This is Van Vlack now. He has the puck. He's going to slow down, change direction. Up to Steve Neary. He one-touches this up to Kirby. Kirby can't get this one out. Turnover. Bulldogs now circle back in. Van Vlack comes in to help break up the play. He does. Samus as well. Bulldogs control, keep it in. Trying to find their way out. Knocked down. John Samus got a stick on that one. He's doubled up, dumped in. Bulldogs now tag up and change. Royals are going to back this one up. This is Neary. Off a foot, bouncing puck right back to Neary. He lost control of that one, couldn't find it. Now it's put up. Arnold now blows a tire, kind of slowed him down for once. Here comes Kirby, quick shot. And McGraden's going to grab that one and hang on to that. At 8:01 remaining of the first period. Witosik, Arnold, and Thompson stay out. Michael Hunter and Brosma out here. Face-off one controlled. Deseronto now has it. They're going to carry this one out. Bouncing puck, now a foot race. Michael Hunter has to get back for this. He takes a bump, gets it on the half board. Bouncing puck with Tossick, couldn't control. Deseronto goes back to this nice nifty little drop pass there to the middle of the ice there. He's challenged by Arnold. Wins this. With Tossick's back, he's got Thompson with him as he tried to cut through, and with Tossick's hit hard at the line. Zach Thompson on a forward charge on this one. Bulldogs still control. They get this one out. 3 wide as the Bulldogs come in. Royals back up. Cross the middle, knocked down. Michael Hunter controls. Tried to go up to Thompson. Couldn't get that one. Kept in at the line by the Bulldogs. They dumped this one in. Cameron's going to turn, fire, finds with Tossick sneaking up. It's a one-on-one. Small break. Scores! As there was a penalty coming up on the play as well. But when Tossick gets in behind, and he makes it 2-1. We'll see it right there. That's where he gets in behind the play. He's going to skate battle right through this one. There's the penalty, but he goes right through McGraden, and they make it 2-1. We're just under 7 minutes remaining of the first period. 2-1 for Deseronto as Deseronto carries in on the outside. Kenny Murdoch now tries to get this one out. Can't. Hard hit at the line. Murdoch has to go back again. No one on the half board. Jordy Freeland was back a little bit on that one. Basie now goes in behind. Now Freeland steps in on the half board, knocks the puck down, takes a bump, gets the puck out. Hurd now has to circle away. Justin Arnold on the ice now. After the change, dump in. Murdoch has to go back. He's going to come around hard. He decides to hang on to that one. Great pucking move defenseman here. That's why he was representing the Royals at the All-Star game. He dumps that one in, gets a change in. Wilkinson comes out for Murdoch. Arnold can't get a stick on that one. Turnover. Steve Neary now goes to Wilkinson, back to Neary. Shots are 14-8. Long tip pass. Shot. Nice high shot by Hurd. Kept in. Turnover. Back come the Royals. Riley St. Pierre to Zach Brooks. Brooks is going to dump this one in. Forecheck by Arnold. Out to Riley St. Pierre. Nice shot. Zach Brooks scores! And just like that, we're 2-2. Unassuming play. It looked like it was broken. And the Royals just stayed with it. There's the backhand pass right there. And Brooks keeps it low and makes it 2-2. As the Royals answer directly back. Van Black comes out, take the draw on that one. St. Pierre and Zach Brooks stay out there. 5:30 remaining of the first period. Again, thank you for joining us here on Royals Hockey live on YouTube. County Royals, proud member of the NPHL. Bulldogs carry in 4 wide. They work to the outside, trying to find their way in. Same play, broken up though. Dyer had that one red. Van Black tries to bank this off the boards, doesn't get it out. Bulldogs control. They're forced to the outside, no shot. Dyer easily kicked that to the side. As Wilkinson comes back, he takes a hit. Bulldogs keep it in, long distance shot. Dyer comes out and hangs on to that one at 4:57 remaining of the first period. John Samus, Nick Kirby come out. Van Black's going to stay on the ice. Matt Brosma and Hunter on the point. Face off won by the Royals, but kept it at the line. Went off a stick. It was out. No control, but referee let that one go. As they dump it in large. Hard hit against the boards on the far side. That's Matt Brosma. Also given support by Van Black. They try to work this out. John Samus controls this. Former Madoc Wildcat. Van Black goes for a change. Cameron's going to come on. Samus now going to do a toe drag. Quick shot, low away. Kirby's going to go back to the point. Brosma's got to get this one in quick and hard. Samus tries to go to the outside in the half board. Can't get it. Long dump out. Stays off the netting. Yeah, hit the glass, went out. course, the Royals looking for the call that went against Michael Hunter earlier in the period. Witosick, Arnold, and Thompson now come out for the forward line for your Royals. Basie and Murdoff on the point. Arnold's going to step in on the draw. Face off, won by the Royals. Touch pass from Witosick back to Basie. Shot off a stick into the corner. Witosick on the half-board battles. Murdoff's going to hammer this one through. High and out of play at 4:04 remaining of the first period. 2-2 here at the Castle. Kind of got Deseronto back on their heels in the first period. If playoffs were to start today, Deseronto and the Royals will be going first round. And it does kind of look that's the way it's going to happen, the way the standings are kind of set right now. Face off, won by the Bulldogs. They're going to carry this one out. Again, Bulldogs wearing their reds. Dyer comes out to play that one. Murdoff now into the corner to battle his man. Murdoff controls on the half-board to Witosick. Witosick trying to get that one off a leg of Basie. Murdoff is going to carry this one through. Again, speedy defense was going to carry this one through. Nice play. Offside's a call at 3:38 remaining of the first period.
This broadcast of the County Royals hockey brought to you by Abode Home Store, a collection of high-end furniture, lighting, and decor located in the county.
Face off in the neutral zone outside the Deseronto Bulldogs zone. Face off won by Deseronto. Now they carry out through the neutral zone. 3:30 remaining of the first period. They're going to toe drag this quick shot off a post as that was a rocket. Dyer had the angle, but it just caught the post. Quick shot again off a leg on the side. That's Malcolm Hurd now bumps his man on the half board. Deseronto controls, keeps it in. Quick shot again. Dyer knocks that one down. Bouncing puck. Basie clears into the bench at 3:09. That was an absolute hammer. That went right over the glove of Dyer, but hit the post. We'll go back and see if we can find that real quick on the replay. Now here's the shot right here. Quick release and right off the post. Good opportunity for Deseronto. Puck is cleared. Icing is waved off at 3 minutes remaining of the first period. Bouncing puck, Bulldogs up out of play. Face off will take place deep in the Bulldog zone. Kirby, John Samus, and Van Vleck come out on the point. Wilkinson and Steve Neary. Face off to the left-hand side of Nick McGraden. Van Vleck wins the draw. Back to Wilkinson. Low shot off a leg. Now it's a 3-on-2. Nice play by Steve Neary. He breaks that up. Offside is the call. As the Bulldog was trying to go on the initial bounce, didn't expect Neary to break that up. Great stick check by Steve Neary. Face off will be in the neutral zone on the Bulldogs side, camera side. Royals change. Again, bouncing the lines around. Witosick's out there with Zach Brooks and Riley St. Pierre. No Cole St. Pierre in the lineup tonight. Bouncing pocket, Nick McGraden hangs on to that one at 2:34. Defense is going in for a quick change. Out comes Michael Hunter and Matt Brosma. Face off on the right-hand side of Nick McGraden in the Bulldog zone. Face off won by Deseronto. Quick flick out. Michael Hunter's going to knock that one down. Brosma's got to step on that one. Zach Brook now he's found the trace on that one. Bouncing puck. No. High stick waved off by the official. Brosma knocked that one down. Quick pass. Now they're going to go it off a foot. Zach Brook now going to carry this one in on the outside. He's rubbed into the boards. Riley St. Pierre stepped into his man. He's knocked down. Out come the Bulldogs. 2 minutes remaining in the first period. Bulldogs on the outside. Bouncing puck. Zach Brooks is going to hammer this one around. St. Pierre controls, goes across ice. Bouncing puck. As Witosick couldn't get around the defenseman, McGraden's got to come out. A little frustration there from Witosic. Tried to go around his man. Well played by the defenseman from the Bulldogs. Again, welcome all the fans from Deseronto. Josh Cameron now in on the draw. Face-off won by the Bulldogs. They're going to shoot this one in around the outside. Freeland also out there on this line. He's backing up, trying to catch a play through the neutral zone. Malcolm Hurd, Cameron, and Freeland out there. Basie steps up on his man. Freeland was set free, knocked down by Deseronto, though. 1:20 remaining. Cross the ice, knocked down by Basie. Sorry, that was Murduff. Murduff now bounced that one on the half board. Hurd goes on the far side. One-touch pass. Freeland to Basie. Basie's going to hammer this one through. Blocked by the defenseman. John Samus out there now. Goes off a foot of Kenny Murduff into the corner. John Samus back. Dyer's got to clear his own puck. Kenny Murduff's going to go for a skate. He's on the outside. We're under 1 minute remaining of the first period. Murduff to the outside. Backhand hits, misses high and left away from the Bulldog net. Wilkinson now. Uh-oh, he blew a tire. In comes the Bulldogs on a full broken play. Misses the net as Dyer had to come out to cut that off. Long shot, tip, and Dyer hangs on to that one at 27.5. Yeah, Wilkinson just blew a tire there in a turnover. Shots are 17-10. 27 seconds remaining of the first period. Josh Cameron taking the draw. He tells Van Vlack to go wide. Cameron's going to take this draw. Face-off won by the Bulldogs. Quick shot, knocked down by Cameron. Hit him in the hand. Glove on the ice, but he got the shot, stopped. Vertosic's going to come out on the immediate draw. No call by the official on that. Back comes Van Vlack now. The Bulldog blew a tire on the drop stick by Cameron, and then Cameron overskated the puck as we're 5 seconds remaining in the first period. Broke it up with Tosic. And as we wind down on the end of the first period, 2-2 after one here at the Castle, as with Tosic and Zach Brooks, both the goal scorers. We're going to go with the intermission show, and we will catch you on the other side. 2-2 here at the Castle.
This broadcast of the County Royals hockey brought to you by A-Team Construction, obsessed with bringing comfort and beauty to your home.
By Jordan Mins today. We're here for the annual food drive, second annual food drive. Jordan, why don't you tell us more about today's event?
Yeah, so that's a great question, Bill. So we've been actually running this. This event started last year for the first year, but actually goes a lot longer. So the Friday Night Hockey League in Picton has been running a food drive for actually 30 years. I took over this food drive about 10 years ago from a good buddy of mine, Corey Mullerge. And pretty much what we've done is we raise food and donations, hygiene products, money, and then we donate it to the food bank. So all teams, so there's 8 teams currently in the Friday Night League, and we've done that. So since the Royals have came to town, you know, they've been quite an element and they've been quite an impact on the hockey community. We just started doing this charity game last year, and it was a big hit. I'm very excited to say that this would be continuing, hopefully, for years to come. So we're quite excited.
So your mother was huge in the community, did the leukemia bottle drive, everything else. So you got a chance to kind of streamline this around her to honor her for all her charity work. Tell me, what does that mean to you to be able to put your mom's name on this, which will be on here for years?
Yeah, Bill. So pretty much, you know, we lost my mom 2 or 3 years ago. It's been a big challenge, but for me, I've been running the food drive for around 10 years, and then after losing her, I've been trying to find ways to honor her. And kind of give back to the community at the same time. She's actually, she worked at the beer store, which is pretty vocal part of our community for over 25 years, close to 30 years. And she had the charge of the leukemia bottle drive, which were able to raise thousands upon thousands of money. And even as a young boy, watching her do the polar plunges, I don't remember if those were a thing. And she would always be top 3. She would dress up as multiple different like sitcom people, like Mimi from the Carrie Show,
Yep.
like you might remember. And she just did it. So this is an opportunity not only to give back to the community, but to honor my mom in spirit. And yeah, it's something that's really, really close to my heart. And 2 years we've been running it. We've done over about $3,800 in cash and over 2,000 pounds of food. So
That's
we're quite
awesome.
excited in these 2 years, and we're hoping to build it.
So I guess the biggest question now is what's with the red jersey right now?
Yeah, the red jersey, eh? So I'm turning in for the coaches. So I've been a part of the Friday Night Hockey League, the admin staff for almost, again, 10 years. And we're playing against the Royals. So I'm a little conflicted, eh? So I may or may not be the leading goal scorer of the Friday Night League. No big deal to the boys out there. So it's hard to turn down. I got to help the fellas out and see if we can get an upset.
Great. Jordan Menz, head of the food drive here. So enjoy the charity game live here on Royals Hockey.
Thanks, Bill.
All right. Yeah, there you go.
Thanks, buddy.
This broadcast of the County Royals Hockey brought to you by Abode Home Store, a collection of high-end furniture, lighting, and decor located in the county.
Welcome, everyone, to the special broadcast for the County Royals. This is the charity game, as this is a weekend off for the NPHL. The County Royals facing the Coaches Friday Night League. We're going to see some shenanigans today, some trades today, and we're underway here. Justin Arnold now, he's taking the draw. Nice shot saved by Cressenden. Bouncing puck goes in. Oh, it was a bouncing puck. Forstall with him. Long pass, quick shot. Brian knocks that one down. What a great save. Jump in, knocked away by Arnold. Quick shot. John Samus tried to go roof. Good score. No goal. We're going to have to go upstairs, and goes down deep to Jordy Freeland. There's the goal. That was Cole St. Pierre from Jordy Freeland on the back end. This is Matt Donovan, long shot off the post. As he fans on this one, here's an opportunity for Chad Turner. He's going to walk in. Nice save by Crystalton. Tried to go for a toe drag. That was Connor Fiska as they score. Kaz, what an opportunity on that one. This one now picked off. Back come the Royals. One dish passes. Arnold puts that one in very easily on the off one control by the Royals. Back comes Zach Brooks and behind everybody. Quick shot, 5-hole. Long dump pass, Van Black. Oh, and he flicks that one in as Nolan Van Black makes it 4-2. Pass over to Riley St. Pierre. Oh, and grabbed. What a great save by Joe. They're going to work it back to Danny Rivette. One touch pass. Josh Cameron inside to Van Black. Van Black on the far side. Knocked down by number 28. Goes away from his man. Puts it on the far side. Picked off by the coaches. And they walk. Scores! As that was Michael Zlowski that scored that one. Connection on that one. David Johnson has that long dump out pass. Nate Boomhauer in behind everybody. Danny Rivette tried to break it up. And what a save by Nick Ryans. That will be the highlight of the night. As the Royals try to bring that one inside. Quick shot. And toe drag. This walks right into the center. Hangs on to a little bit. He's going to backhand upwards back to John Sanders. Bill Clue steps up, knocked down. What a save by Dave Johnson. And at the end of the third period in this fantastic charity game, 10-3 for the County Royals. Again, the big winners here, the County Food Bank again. For the County Royals, I'm Bill Newman, and we will catch you next time. Thank you so much for joining us here on this special broadcast.
This broadcast of the County Royals Hockey brought to you by Anderson Equipment Sales, an agricultural dealership with locations in Belleville and Picton. This broadcast of the County Royals Hockey brought to you by Angry Birds Rotisserie Chicken Restaurant, a relaxed, fun atmosphere, delicious and affordable meal in Picton. This broadcast of the County Royals Hockey brought to you by the CSS Industrial, specializing in providing industrial infrastructure, field service, to refineries and fuel depots. This broadcast of the County Royals Hockey brought to you by Hilltop Auto Care, a reputable automotive service center offering a range of maintenance and repair services for various vehicles.
Okay, Royal fans, let's defend the castle, and it's time to play some hockey.
Welcome, everyone, to the Castle, home of your County Royals, Tamworth Sabres in town tonight. This is a Capital Conference game and a crossover division game, as Tamworth Sabres are from the Heritage Division and, of course, your County Royals in the Highlands Division. These two teams do have some track record. Back on September 20th and September 27th, the Royals stole both games from the Sabres. Starting in net for the Tamworth Sabres is Dryden Bedard, and of course starting for your County Royals, Steve Tierney. Both goalies sported a .874 save percent, and we're underway. Picked off by the Royals. They still can't get this out. Long shot. Nice save by Tierney as he flashed that out. Fake shot, walked in. Quick shot, scores. Heard as they try to work it in. Oh, lacrosse attempt by Witosik. Battle out front, quick shot. Tierney grabs that one, can't find it, can't get over. Scores. Long dump in. Nice tip by Forrestal. Scores! Wait. No whistle. Looks like Bedard gotta come. The Sabres 2-0. Nice outlet pass. They walk in. And Steve Tierney got a stick on that. But it went in. Side. Neary now tries to put it the outside. He gets bumped. Across the middle. This is Arnold. No one's going to catch him on the outside. He's going to step in. Scores! Took the water bottle off the top. Zach Thompson's going to step through his man. Got both guys with him. She scores! As Zach Thompson walked right in and put it low. 3-2. The speedy forward's going to get ahead of steam. Step around the outside. They're going to be hard to catch him. Shoot, scores! Again, Arnold to the outside. You cannot catch him out there. Rossi picks this off. 2-on-2. Zach Thompson with him. Lots of Sabres back now. They're caught. Scores! As that was DeRossi to Zach Thompson. And we're 4-3. Face off won by Tamworth. Quick shot, fan shot. Here comes Hurd. He's on a bit of a break. He's trying to get through Westwater. Shoots off the post as we heard it up. Yeah, bouncing puck. Oh, well, that's Forrestal as it went off a stick. In comes Nick Kirby on the back end. That's Hurd, scores! As Hurd carried that in, Kirby picked that up, and that's his first goal as a Royal. Stripped off him by Zach Thompson. Zach Thompson's going to put this up to Witosik. He's got a body in behind. This is DeRossi. Scores! As what a play from Thompson, Witosik, and all the way up to DeRossi. He's going to carry in on the outside. He's got Cameron with him. Scores! As what a great shot. As Cameron dumped that one in. 8-3 for the Royals. Nice save by Bedard. Kenny Murtough just walked in and just hammered that through. 9-3 for the Royals. Justin now tries to go side. He does quick, scores. As that is a power play goal by Rice. Buddy, he's going to walk in by himself. Backhand and scores. As Witosik was behind everybody and scores and makes it right back. Mins now shoots it around behind the net. Nice backhand pass. Scores. As that was Hurd. Malcolm Hurd all by himself up front. As Bedard, no play on that one. Witosik scores as he missed the initial pass, and then Witosik hammered it in. And at the end of regulation, shots 62-40. Score is 12-4 for the County Royals. As this is the last broadcast of the 2025 calendar year, the County Royals would like to thank all their fans and wish everyone a happy and safe holidays. They will see you next week on the road, but then we will catch you in 2026. For the County Royals, I'm Bill Newman, and we will catch you next year. And we're back for the second period, 2-2 here at the Castle. We're going to jump out and take a quick peek around the league. So up in Lindsay right now, a bit of a shocker. Tweed Oil Kings up 3-0 on the Barn Cats down in Smith Falls. Hockey for a Cause night, still 0-0 as Westport's in town. And of course, here at the Castle, 2-2 with Tosick and Zach Brooks, the goal scorers. Face off, one controlled by the Royals. They're going to back this one up. Steve Neary now across ice, knocked down by Van Vlak. Long dump in. McGraden kicks that one off to the side. Bouncing puck off the stick of Freeland. Cameron's going to go deep. Freeland now tries to go up front. Off a stick, and now Deseronto controls. Shots are 17-11 for Deseronto. Bulldogs try to wrap around. Dyer knocks that one away. Cameron off the half board. Long shot, bouncing puck, can't control. Hurd's out there as well. Neary hits his man on the half board. Cameron tries to pick up his man, broken up by Murdoff. Bouncing puck controlled. He's going to come in and get grabbed as Dyer hangs on to that one at 19-14. Both lines go over the full chains. It was Tosick, Arnold, and Thompson come out. And on the point, Matt Brosma and Michael Hunter. Arnold stepped in for the draw, won by the Bulldogs. Long shot off a stick of Thompson high above the net. Watasa couldn't get this one out, now picked off. That's Brosma trying to get this one out. Zach Thompson controls through the neutral zone. Steps in through, loses the handle. Bulldogs control. Dump out off a stick. Hunter's got to get back, but that's Brosma. Brosma had to come over and help him out. Watasa couldn't find Thompson. Bulldogs control back in their own zone. Arnold's going to catch him, break it up. Shot wide through the top of the paint. Dyer had that one red off a stick. High bouncing puck, high out of play at 18:36. Both teams rolling their lines here early in the second period. Wilkinson and Basie come out of the point. Both teams just trading their defense core out. Face off won by the Bulldogs. Bouncing puck. Basie couldn't get a handle on that one. Bulldogs over skate controlled. Kept it at the line. Zach Thompson tried to break that one up. He couldn't. Bulldogs back. Quick shot. Bouncing puck high above Dyer's head. Bulldogs went to go back. Couldn't do it. This is going to be Arnold as the forechecker. Obviously the speedy forward bumps the defense core. And now they have to back up. Arnold still controls. He's the head checker on this one as the Bulldogs get this one out through the neutral zone. Kirby couldn't get a stick on that one. Bulldogs trying to find a handle. Quick shot. Dyer made sure that one stayed away from the net. Bouncing puck. Long distance shot. Tipped wide to the left-hand side of Dyer. Now they're going to control this one back in. Bulldogs still couldn't hold that one in. Watas is going to forecheck. He's going to change. Samus changes for him. Defense core come out. Neary and Murdoff come out for them. 17:30 remaining. Murdoff up to Samus. Samus is going to step through, dump this one in. McGraden's going to kick this one off to the side. Shots are 20-11 here in the second period. Bulldogs forced to the outside. Nice hard hit by Steve Neary. Penalty coming up for... We're not sure. No signal from the official. Everyone looking for an explanation on this. Well, Bulldogs get an early power play on this one. Power play brought to you by CCS Industrials. Kenny Murdoff now stepping in, trying to figure this one out. Wasn't a hip check. Still an explanation. You're trying to figure this one out. Referee now going to the bench to talk about that one. Not quite sure what the call was. While they figure this one out, we'll go to a commercial break and be right back.
Broadcast of the County Royals hockey brought to you by Anderson Equipment Sales, an agricultural dealership with locations in Belleville and Picton.
Van Vlak out on the power play with John Samus at 17-11. They're saying it was a high stick on that. Not quite sure. We saw the high stick, but referees are down on the ice. We're way up here. Bulldogs are now going to circle on the outside, try to get this one in. John Samus turns this one over shorthanded. Back come the Bulldogs. They work on the outside, trying to find their way in. They can't. Bulldogs trying to stretch the square out. Royals doing a great job keeping them to the outside. Looking for the backdoor pass. There it is there. Quick shot scores. As we saw that one happen up here. As the back door just sort of opened and they just waited for that float. And it just snuck in the back door. And the Bulldogs with a power play goal. You'll see it right here. They step around the outside. There's the back door open up right there. And there's the pass and the quick release. And Dyer got beat on the left-hand side. 3-2. Power play goal for Deseronto. Dumped into the back. Wilkinson back as well. Dyer clears his own puck. Freeland tried to kick that one out. Oh, nice tip. Save, knocked down by Dyer. Bulldogs control this one half through. They're going to come right back in. 3 wide. Royals are backing up. Shot hard, miss wide. And puck goes all the way back down. Shots 21-11 for the Bulldogs. Long breakout pass. Here's a one-touch pass. The Bulldog loses his footing. Dyer clears his own puck on the half board. Cameron picks this off, goes off the board. Can't be kept at the line by Hurd. Bulldogs keep it in. They're trying to work outside. Hurd now controls, tries to go to the outside. Freeland tells him to go outside. Freeland gets the puck back. Jordy Freeland on the right-hand side gets the puck taken off him, bounced into the boards. Bouncing puck, Freeland tried to bank that one in outside, couldn't get it out. Hurd's going to beat them back to the blue line, keep it in, long shot in. Freeland, one-touch pass, scores! It's Jordy Freeland! And it's 3-3. Just a weird play at the line. Great backup play. We're going to say right by Malcolm Hurd there. He keeps it at the line. You'll see the battle. He's going to force his way through. There's the turn. There's the fire. Bouncing puck. And there's Jordy Freeland sneaking that one in. And he makes it 3-3 here in the second period. Bulldogs can't play this one. Off a stick, titch pass. Now it's a forward run down. That's Arnold on the forecheck. Squeeze it in. Dyer closes the door. Michael Hunter there was a collision as a Bulldog collided with Thompson. Thompson blew a tire, fell in the legs of the Deseronto Bulldog player. He was not happy. Bulldogs have to touch up. This is going to give Hunter some time to have a look, see what's going on. 14-16. Missed pass to Cameron. McGrain's going to hang on to this one. As the Royals showing some massive grit here, staying in with the Bulldogs. Top of the Highlands division in the Campbell Conference. Face-off one controlled by the Bulldogs in behind the net. They're going to turn and fire this one. Zach Brooks now tries to foul this one back. He does. Murdoff is going to control off a half board. Riley St. Pierre is going to dump that one in on the half board. Now a foot race into the corner. Bulldogs controls. They work this one out, try to find their way out. They do. Bouncing puck. Broken up by Neary. Riley St. Pierre overskated that one, but Cameron gets control. He's going to walk in. Quick shot. McGrain's got to steer that one to the corner. Neary keeps the line, gets bumped, stutter steps and falls. Bulldogs control. They go D to D, trying to find their way out. Long distance pass in the feet, broken up. Bulldogs still control. Nice play as Neary steps up on his man, tries to clear, bouncing puck, it gets out. Zach Brooks tries to get a man on. There's some action behind the play here as Van Vlack was dumped on his butt out front of the net. No call from the officials. Kenny Murdoch now had to step up. Brooks now gets us out. Here's Riley St. Pierre 1-on-2. He's caught, though, by the trailer. Van Vlak's going to pick this one up, work on the outside, tries to find it. Oh, St. Pierre just couldn't find a handle. Deseronto's going to clear this one. Icing will be the call.
This broadcast of the County Royals Hockey brought to you by Angry Birds Rotisserie Chicken Restaurant. A relaxed, fun atmosphere, delicious and affordable meal in Picton.
Face off won by the Bulldogs. They work on the outside at 12:45 in the second period. Shots 21-14, 3-3's the score as the puck is tipped away by Basie's stick up over top of Brady Dyer. I meant to look this one up earlier. I know that Basie and Dyer both played for the Northumberland Stars. Not sure if they did it at the same time. A couple years in there, wasn't it? It was a lot of years when I roughed there. I know Alex McConnell has produced a lot of great players from his program from the GMHL Junior A. Alex McConnell took over the team about 2 years ago. Done a great job there. They're sitting first in the South Division right now. In come John Samus, bouncing puck, quick shot. Nick Kirby bouncing puck again. Kirby trying to find that one as McGraden keeps that out. Back come the Bulldogs, 2-on-2, work to the outside. Can't find their way in. He's forced outside by Wilkinson. Bouncing puck. John Samus now is going to carry this out. Put that into the feet of Kirby. Kirby couldn't control that one. Bulldogs get it back. Alex Basie let that puck go. He was looking for the hit as Cameron comes back to pick up the puck. He goes right to left in behind the net. Dodges the hit. Basie's going to carry this one up through the neutral zone. This is the defenseman stepping up on the draw. Forces his way to the outside. Loses the handle. Here's a breakout pass. Broken up by Hurd in the corner. Long distance pass. Shot all the way up. As they control through the neutral zone. Huge hit as Brosma gets the puck back. He circles away. Tries to find the outlet pass. He finds Hurd. Hurd cuts through the neutral zone. Long distance shot. Bouncing puck off the side. He gets a rebound almost right back. That would have been a hard angle shot, but he took a swing at it anyways. Out come the Bulldogs. They go too wide, forced to the outside. Dyer steps up and hangs on to that one at 11 minutes even, remaining in the second period. Again, thank you so much for joining us here on Royals Hockey live on YouTube. Proud member of the NPHL. And hello to all of our fans from the Dog Pound in Deseronto. Face off, one controlled by the Bulldogs on the half board. Justin Arnold now gets the puck. He's going to carry this out. He's got Zach Thompson with him. Broken up by the Bulldogs. Kenny Murdoch now has to go back. Long shot, dumped in. Controlled by McGraden. Long distance pass again. Miscommunication by the Bulldogs. Now controlled. Murdoch now tries to back up. One touch pass. This is Zach Thompson. He's hit. High stick caught the Deseronto player in the face. Hub penalty coming up. The fire official caught that one. It's going to be a delayed penalty here coming up to the Royals. This will be a high sticking call to Zach Thompson as the Bulldogs get to go back to the power play again. This penalty kill brought to you by CCS Industrials, one of our great sponsors here for the County Royals.
This broadcast of the County Royals Hockey brought to you by the CSS Industrial, specializing in providing industrial infrastructure, field service to refineries and fuel depots.
Face off, won by the Bulldogs. They keep this one in. Quick shot. Dyer knocks that one down. Bouncing puck. Can't control. Now they get it. And Arnold turns and just hammers that one down the ice as the whistle went. Net was knocked off. Bouncing puck as the defense core is going to change. Wilkinson and Basie now come out. Neary and Murdoch go off on a great shift by them. 10-13 remaining of the second period. 1:49 remaining in the penalty. Bouncing puck from the linesman as Wilkinson turns, fires, can't get this one out. Witosik and Arnold are your forwards out there on this penalty kill. Bulldogs work to the outside, try to find their way in. Bouncing puck off a foot, controlled and shot back down. We're halfway through the period. As Van Vleck and Cameron now come out as your forwards on this PK. Bulldogs are dropping this one to carry it in. Royals now square up. Bulldogs stay on side as they carry this one in 5 wide. Trying to find the outlet pass. They're still trying to work it inside. Trying to find the shot. Trying to find the lane. Bulldogs still working the outside. Can't keep it in. They have to go out the outside again. Trying to find their way through on the far side. Still can't find their shot lane. Royals doing a great job on the square up tip pass. They found the outlet pass, and Dyer cuts that off with 51 seconds remaining in the penalty to Zach Thompson for high sticking. 9-15, shots are 24-17 for the Bulldogs. Kirby Cameron now on the forward line. That's going to be Michael Hunter out there, and he's joined with Brosma. There's the shot off the side of the net. Dyer had that angle cut off. Bulldogs trying to find their way in on their 4th power play of the game. They're 1-4 on their penalty kill, or their power play. Royals are 0-1 on theirs. They only had 1. Bulldogs still trying to find their way in. 16 seconds. Play is out of play. They got 2 power play goals. Oh, I got to update that one. They're running 50% today. It's nice having the stats guy sitting beside you up here in the broadcast area. Hurd and Jordy Freeland now come out. Freeland taking the draw, goal scorer for your Royals. He's joined by Malcolm Hurd on the outside. As Dyer has the puck, can't find it. Bounce, puck is now loose. They're going to count that one. I thought Dyer had that. Some displeasure coming from the bench on that one. As Dyer had it, it was sitting loose, and they just kind of went in and got it and just started pounding it away, and they find their way in as a power play goal again for the Bulldogs. And you see them just work that in, as still a lot of language coming off the Royals bench as they're not happy with that. Still a lot of displeasure coming out as Dyer was shaken up on that. He's taking a drink of water as he's trying to get reset after getting hammered into the net on that.
This broadcast of the County Royals Hockey brought to you by Barry Swan Specialties. You can call us anytime when you have a shipment to move anywhere in North America.
Dyer seems ready to go now as the faceoff's won by the Bulldogs. They're going to carry this one in on the outside. Forced out by Steve Neary, hits his man on the boards. Arnold puts this up to Witosek. Witosek trying to cut through the middle. Thompson blows a tire. Murdoch's going to step up. Long distance shot. McGraden kicks that to the side. As Arnold tried to go on a forward pass on that one, couldn't get a handle. Bulldogs control behind the net. Arnold battling his man by himself, takes on 2 Bulldogs. Zach Thompson now works his man over on the half-board, giving support. Steve Neary now long shot. McGraden kicks it off the left-hand side. Witosek fools his man. They go back to the point. Murdoch now long shot, bouncing puck through legs. Nobody touches it. Neary with the old knuckle puck gets knocked down, though. Back come the Bulldogs off the linesman feet. Bulldog gets it right back. He's going to dump this one in left or right behind Dyer. On the half-board, Kenny Murdoch can't get a handle on that. Quick toss, knocked away by Dyer. Nice call. The Topeka Scarecrow stepped up on that one. Kenny Murdoch now steps all the way up, arcs to the outside, gets a shot off on. No call on that small hook. Scores! Nick Kirby out of nowhere. And the Royals answer right back as Again, another looked like a broken up play. Royals stay with it, and they pull back even again, 4-4. You'll see it here. Murdoch carries in on the outside. Tried to carry in. He's forced out. There's the small hook, no call. And then the bouncing puck. And there's Kirby right there, tucks her in. And we're 4-4 in the second period, 7 minutes remaining as Basie works to the outside. Long pass to Wilkinson off a stick, bouncing puck. John Samus now hitting the half board. Nick Kirby's going to step up, grab this one as well as they carry it on the inside. Bulldogs control behind their net. Shots 25-18. Bulldogs going to carry this one in. Try to find their way in. Still can't. Bumped off by Kirby. Broken up by Wilkinson. Samus, one-touch pass. Out come the Royals, 2 wide. The 2 defensemen stepping up on this one. Wilkinson and Basie way up front. John Samuels will jump back. Now Hurd joins him. 3-on-2 back. Hurd steps up for the body check. Couldn't find it. Bouncing puck. Now both the Royals defense get back on that. It was weird seeing Wilkinson and Basie up on that. Of course, Alec Basie, former Federal Hockey League player. Good to see him back in the area. I've known him a long time as well. Cameron, Freeland. We'll get the other forward there. Yeah, that's Malcolm Hurd. Michael Hunter couldn't get a guy on that one. Quick shot. Dyer knocks that one into the corner. As they kick off to the side, Brosmans has to step up. Freeland bumps his man on the half board, knocks his player down. Michael Hunter, long pass. Cameron's going to one-touch this to Hurd. Hurd will try and come through the middle. Can't. Goes into the board, kicks it out front. Nobody there. Freeland overskated that one. Back come the Bulldogs. It's a 1-on-3, really. As they wait for the players to catch up, Bulldogs trying to find their way in. Now they do. He's going to walk in, get a quick shot. As Hurd broke that up, broke his stick off a bouncing puck. 4 Bulldogs are deep. Quick shot off a blocker high up out of play. As Dyer had that one read all the way.
This broadcast of the County Royals Hockey brought to you by Green Today, Green for Life, providing sustainable environmental solutions across North America.
Bulldogs trying to find a plan to try and get ahead on the Royals as the Royals are running right with them. Here's a pause, quick shot. No, they're going to hang on. They're going to walk right in. Dyer knocks that one to the side, and it's cleared high and away. Riley St. Pierre on the forecheck on that one. Zach Thompson out there along with Van Vlack. Bulldogs work to the outside, trying to find the tip pass. They can't. Neary gets control, knocks that away, but Bulldogs control. Keep it in at the line. Long distance shot, high and away over to the left-hand side of Dyer. Zach Thompson can't get a handle on that one. They work it low. Kenny Murdoch now out there as well. Cleared. This will be icing. At 4:42 remaining in the second period. Face-off will take place the left-hand side of Brady Dyer. Long pass across. Bulldogs trying to work their way in. Hits the County Royal player to Steve Neary. You heard he was very vocal about that one. Penalty now coming up as there was a hard hit against the board against Riley St. Pierre. Long distance shot. McGrain's going to hang on to that one. And finally, the Bulldogs get a break, and they're going to go to the power play. Power play brought to you by Metro Picton. Visit them on the main drag downtown Picton. Visit them for their in-store specials. Hooking's the call on the far side as St. Pierre tried to get away and was hauled down. Great opportunity here for the Royals with Tosick, Arnold, and Thompson up front. Basie and Murdoch on the point. Shots 23-19 in the second period. Face-off won by the Royals. 28. Again, that bar's in the way, folks. Murdoch's going to walk in, quick shot, misses high and away. Basie's going to step up, broken play. Now it's a race. Murdoch's got to come back. Dyer's going to go out and play this one all by himself. One touch pass to his defense. They're going to circle back and now set up. Watas is going to carry this one around. He's going to try and cut through the neutral zone. He does. Scott Thompson with him 1-on-3 as Watas circles away over to Basie. Basie hammers that one. Bouncing puck. Oh, it's Arnold. Almost got a stick on that one. What a great play. What a great heads-up play as they try to work this one in. As we'll take another look at this one here. You'll see it right here. There's the shot by Basie, and Arnold just reached out and couldn't get a handle on that one. As McGrain had to hang on to that. Here's a change as John Samus comes out. Puck cleared by Deseronto. Dyer comes out to handle that one. Out comes Kenny Murdoch. He's going to carry this one through. He's going to go to the outside. He'll cut hard, trying to find in off the side of the net. As Watasa got it up off a foot there, Basie keeps it in. He does get his own deflection. Watasa now over to Murdoch, back over to Basie. Both shooters on the ice for the Royals from the point. Arnold touches this one over to Watasa. Watasa into the neutral zone. John Samus, quick shot off a player's butt into the corner. Murdoch to Watasa, back to Basie, over to Murdoch, over to Watasa. Nice puck movement by the Royals. Good to see on this power play. 25 seconds remaining. Here's Basie, long, harsh scores! Alex Basie! They're saying it might have been tipped. We'll see who leads the parade on this. Oh, now we got a fight. As Watasic was jumped. Basie going little Bufflin style, he has a hold of two Bulldogs. I don't think any Bulldog wants a piece of this. Not quite sure what happened there. The goal was scored, and then he just come up and hit Watasic for whatever reason. Still trying to figure out what happened there, but Alex Basie with a power play goal, that we know. As we get this one broke, we're going to go back and take a look at this as they work it around the outside. And you'll see the shot right there. Hammered through. It might have been touched. But Arnold pointing right at Basie. Defense don't get a lot of points. We'll see who they give the credit of the goal for on that one. But a power play goal. And then we had the little incident afterwards. Again, we're not sure what happened there. I don't know if the instant replay caught the end of that. You'll see them celebrating here. Yeah, here comes the Bulldog player. Just comes over and it's at the end of the replay, but just cross checks with Tosic. We're not quite sure what happened. Shots are 28-20 for the Bulldogs. So we're not quite sure what happened. They're still trying to work this one out.
The Royal Lager. Smooth, easy drinking, and made for post-game laughs. The kind of beer that brings teammates, friends, and family together after a hard-fought game. Brewed in partnership with Prince Eddie's Brewery Company.
Five-minute major is the penalty call on that one. That'll be for the headshot. Of course, this power play brought to you by Metro in Picton. Visit them on the main drag in Picton for all their in-store specials. 5-4 for the Royals. Cameron, Freeland, and Hurd on the forward line on this one. This is a great opportunity for the Royals at a 5-minute power play. Hurd's got a long distance shot. This one in on the outside. Freeland's going to knock down the half board. He's going to stick Hale through that, blows a tire, falls down. And the Bulldogs clear. 2:20 remaining of the second period. Shots are 28-20. Had to stick my head up around the pole there. In comes Cameron. Nifty little move, but he's got to back up. Lost his footing and control. Murdoff now is going to carry this one. He's going to carry in. He'll go to the outside. He cuts through the middle, though. Bulldogs trying to find their way out. Now they shoot this one down the ice. We haven't heard the announcement on who they gave the goal to there. Now Malcolm Hurd with a full head of steam. He's going to work on the outside. Long shot off a foot. Bouncing puck. Wilkinson has to get back. Witosic's going to control. Off a foot of Freeland. Freeland couldn't control that one. Bouncing puck. Witosic comes back as they work this one back. Wilkinson high and above across the far side to Brosma. He's going to dump in. They're going to go for a change on this one. Hurd and Freeland go off. Arnold and Thompson come out on this power play. 3:30 remaining in the 5-minute major. Cleared by the Bulldogs all the way down. Thompson's back. Royals are going to set up. 1 minute remaining in the second period. Thompson almost got his pocket picked on. That's going to slow this one down. Off a foot. Now a race. They try to get this one through. They get this one out. Brosma can't get this one all the way in. They are giving the goal to Basie. As Dyer's bumped to the corner there, no Royal goes to have a conversation with him. Dyer had to push his own man off. We're not impressed by that little bump. Nothing really to it, but you don't bump the goalie. As the Bulldogs are going to back this one up, 25 seconds remaining. He's going to hammer this one down. Dyer's going to let this go left to right. Wilkinson's going to hang on to that one. Nifty little play. Tried to get up to Witosik. Great short-handed opportunity for the Bulldogs as we're 10 seconds under. Bulldogs are going to just dump this one in as there's a hard hit on the outside. Arnold now has this one with 3 seconds. He's got to shoot, though. Quick shot. McGray knocks that one to the outside. And after 2 periods, Royals on a power play. 5-4 for the Royals. We're going to go to the intermission show. And if you saw in the first intermission, we're going to replay the interview with Jordan Mins talking about his mom and the great work they did last week as they played the Friday Night All-Stars. 5-4 for the Royals. As we go to the intermission show, we will catch you on the other side.
This broadcast of the County Royals hockey brought to you by A-Team Construction, obsessed with bringing comfort and beauty to your home.
By Jordan Mins today. We're here for the annual food drive, second annual food drive. Jordan, why don't you tell us more about today's event?
Yeah, so that's a great question, Bill. So we've been actually running this. This event started last year for the first year, but actually goes a lot longer. So the Friday Night Hockey League in Picton has been running a food drive for actually 30 years. I took over this food drive about 10 years ago from a good buddy of mine, Corey Mullerge. And pretty much what we've done is we raise food and donations, hygiene products, money, and then we donate it to the food bank. So all teams, so there's 8 teams currently in the Friday Night League, and we've done that. So since the Royals have came to town, you know, they've been quite an element and they've been quite an impact on the hockey community. We just started doing this charity game last year, and it was a big hit. I'm very excited to say that this would be continuing, hopefully, for years to come. So we're quite excited.
So your mother was huge in the community, did the leukemia bottle drive, everything else. So you got a chance to kind of streamline this around her to honor her for all her charity work. Tell me, what does that mean to you to be able to put your mom's name on this, which will be on here for years?
Yeah, Bill. So pretty much, you know, we lost my mom 2 or 3 years ago. It's been a big challenge, but for me, I've been running the food drive for around 10 years, and then after losing her, I've been trying to find ways to honor her. And kind of give back to the community at the same time. She's actually, she worked at the beer store, which is pretty vocal part of our community for over 25 years, close to 30 years. And she had the charge of the leukemia bottle drive, which were able to raise thousands upon thousands of money. And even as a young boy, watching her do the polar plunges, I don't remember if those were a thing. And she would always be top three. She would dress up as multiple different like sitcom people, like Mimi from the Carrie Show, like you might remember. And she just did it. So this is an opportunity not only to give back to the community, but to honor my mom in spirit. And it's something that's really, really close to my heart. And 2 years we've been running it. We've done over about $3,800 in cash and over 2,000 pounds of food. So we're quite excited in these 2 years, and we're hoping to build it.
So I guess the biggest question now is what's with the red jersey right now?
Yeah, the red jersey, Ace. So I'm turning in for the coaches. So I've been a part of the Friday Night Hockey League, the admin staff for almost, 10 years. And we're playing against the Royals. So I'm a little conflicted, So I may or may not be the leading goal scorer of the Friday Night League. No big deal to the boys out there. So it's hard to turn down. I got to help the fellas out and see if we can get an upset.
Great. Jordan Mins, head of the food drive here. So enjoy the charity game live here on Royals Hockey.
Thanks, Bill.
All right. Yeah, there you go.
Thanks, buddy.
This broadcast of the County Royals Hockey brought to you by Abode Home Store, a collection of high-end furniture, lighting, and decor located in the county.
Welcome, everyone, to the special broadcast for the County Royals. This is the charity game, as this is a weekend off for the NPHL. The County Royals facing the Coaches Friday Night League. We're going to see some shenanigans today, some trades today, and we're underway here. Justin Arnold now, he's taking the draw. Nice shot saved by Crystal. Bouncing puck goes in. Oh, it was a bouncing puck. Forstall with him. Long pass, quick shot. Brian knocks that one down. What a great save. Jump in, knocked away by Arnold. Quick shot. John Samus tried to go roof. Good score. No goal. We're going to have to go upstairs, and goes down deep to Jordy Freeland. There's the goal. That was Cole St. Pierre from Jordy Freeland on the back end. Matt Donovan, long shot off the post. As he fans on this one, here's an opportunity for Chad Turner. He's going to walk in. Nice save by Crystalton. Tried to go for a toe drag. That was Connor Fiska as a score. Has what an opportunity on that one. This one now picked off. Back come the Royals. One dish passes. Arnold puts that one in very easily on the off one control by the Royals. Back comes Zach Brooks and behind everybody. Quick shot, 5-hole. Long dump pass, Van Black. Oh, and he flicks that one in as Nolan Van Black makes it 4-2. Pass over to Riley St. Pierre. Oh, and grab. What a great save by Joe. They're going to work it back to Danny Rivette. One touch pass. Josh Cameron inside to Van Black. Van Black on the far side, knocked down by number 28. Goes away from his man, puts it on the far side, picked off by the coaches, and they walk. Scores! As that was Michael Zlowski that scored that connection on that one. David Johnson has that long dump out pass. Nate Boomhauer in behind everybody. Danny Rivette tried to break it up. And what a save by Nick Bryans. That will be the highlight of the night. As the Royals try to bring that one inside, quick shot, and toe drag just walks right into the center. Hangs on to a little bit. He's got a backhand upwards back to John Sanders. Bill Clue steps up, knocked down. What a save by Dave Johnson. And at the end of the third period in this fantastic charity game, 10-3 for the County Royals. Again, the big winners here, the County Food Bank again. For the County Royals, I'm Bill Newman, and we will catch you next time. Thank you so much for joining us here on this special broadcast.
This broadcast of the County Royals Hockey brought to you by Anderson Equipment Sales, an agricultural dealership with locations in Belleville and Picton. This broadcast of the County Royals Hockey brought to you by Angry Birds Rotisserie Chicken Restaurant, a relaxed, fun atmosphere, delicious and affordable meal in Picton. This broadcast of the County Royals Hockey brought to you by the CSS Industrial, specializing in providing industrial infrastructure, field service to refineries and fuel depots. This broadcast of the County Royals Hockey brought to you by Hilltop Auto Care, a reputable automotive service center offering a range of maintenance and repair services for various vehicles.
Okay, Royal fans, let's defend the castle, and it's time to play some hockey.
Welcome everyone to the Castle, home of your County Royals, Tamworth Sabres in town tonight. This is a Capital Conference game and a crossover division game, as Tamworth Sabres are from the Heritage Division and, of course, your County Royals in the Highlands Division. These two teams do have some track record. Back on September 20th and September 27th, the Royals stole both games from the Sabres. Starting in net for the Tamworth Sabres is Dryden Bedard, and of course starting for your County Royals, Steve Tierney. Both goalies sported a .874 save percent, and we're underway. Picked off by the Royals, they still can't get this out. Long shot, nice save by Tierney as he flashed that out. Fake shot, walked in. Quick shot, scores. Heard as they try to work it in. Oh, lacrosse attempt by Witosik. Battle out front, quick shot. Tierney grabs that one, can't find it, can't get over. Scores. Long dump in, nice tip by Forrestal, scores! Wait, no whistle. Looks like Bedard gotta come the Sabres 2-on-0. Nice outlet pass, they walk in. And Steve Tierney got a stick on that, but it went in. Outside. Neary now tries to put it the outside. He gets bumped. Across the middle. This is Arnold. No one's going to catch him on the outside. He's going to step in. Scores! Took the water bottle off the top. Zach Thompson's going to step through his man. Got both guys with him. She scores! As Zach Thompson walked right in and put it low. 3-2. The speedy forward's going to get ahead of steam. Step around the outside. They're going to be hard to catch him. Shoot, scores! Again, Arnold to the outside. You cannot catch him out there. Rossi picks this off. 2-on-2. Zach Thompson with him. Lots of Sabres back now. They're caught. Scores! As that was DeRossi to Zach Thompson. And we're 4-3. Face off won by Tamworth. Quick shot, fan shot. Here comes Hurd. He's on a bit of a break. He's trying to get through Westwater. Shoots off the post as we heard it up. Yeah, bouncy puck. Oh, well, that's Forrestal as it went off a stick. In comes Nick Kirby on the back end. That's Hurd, scores! As Hurd carried that in, Kirby picked that up, and that's his first goal as a Royal. Stripped off him by Zach Thompson. Zach Thompson's going to put this up to Witosik. He's got a body in behind. This is DeRossi. Scores! As what a play from Thompson, Witosik, and all the way up to DeRossi. He's going to carry in on the outside. He's got Cameron with him. Scores! As what a great shot. As Cameron dumped that one in. 8-3 for the Royals. Nice save by Bedard. Kenny Murtough just walked in and just hammered that through. 9-3 for the Royals. Justin now tries to go outside. He does, quick, scores. As that is a power play goal by Rice. Buddy, he's going to walk in by himself. Backhand and scores. As Witosik was behind everybody and scores and makes it right back. Mins now shoots it around behind the net. Nice backhand pass. Scores. As that was Hurd. Malcolm Hurd all by himself in front. But Bedard, no play on that one. Witosik scores as he missed the initial pass. And then Witosik hammered it in. And at the end of regulation, shots 62-40. Score is 12-4 for the County Royals. As this is the last broadcast of the 2025 calendar year. The County Royals would like to thank all their fans and wish everyone a happy and safe holidays. They will see you next week on the road, but then we will catch you in 2026. For the County Royals, I'm Bill Newman, and we will catch you next year.
This broadcast of the County Royals Hockey brought to you by Green Today, Green for Life, providing sustainable environmental solutions across North America. This broadcast of the County Royals Hockey brought to you by Barry Swan Specialties. You can call us anytime when you have a shipment to move anywhere in North America. This broadcast of the County Royals Hockey brought to you by Rock Solid Excavation Inc., built on the commitment to excellence. This broadcast of the County Royals Hockey brought to you by Pounders.
Welcome back to the third period. Change of events here at 5-4 for your County Royals. And the Royals still in a 5-minute major power play for 2 minutes and 17 seconds. We're going to jump out, take a quick look around the league tonight. Currently, they're in Lindsay 6-1 for the Oil Kings, having their way with the Barn Cats tonight. And Smith Falls running over Westport 4-1. Of course, they're Hockey for a Cause night up there in Smith Falls. We wish them all the best on their inaugural night on that one. As we step in on the draw here, there's Arnold with Tosick and Thompson, Basie and Murdoch on the point. Face off won by the Bulldogs. They try to fight their way back. Like I said, 2 minutes, 14 seconds now on the penalty, 5-minute major following the goal with Basie. There was a headshot out front. Not sure what happened there as one of the Bulldogs just kind of went right at with Tosick. Arnold now on the far side. Nice tip away to the outside by Thompson with Tosick goes back. Murdoch moves over to Basie. Basie now trying to find the outlet. Basie back to Murdoch. He's going to walk in. Quick shot off the helmet of Nick McGraden. High and stays in play. Thompson controls back to Murdoch. Long distance shot. McGraden kicks that to the corner. Thompson touches this back to Arnold. Arnold over to Murdoch. Murdoch and Basie switch sides. Basie's going to hammer this one. And McGraden's going to hang on to that one at 19:06.
Chuck. Mary's penalty.
They had that in this league. Yeah, so it wasn't that. So we're going to go way back to Steve Neary's call. There is a hip. They called that a hip check. The league. So it's like a high clip, I guess is the easy way to put it. Brosman now holds this one, goes down deep end. This is Hurd. Long distance shot, misses wide, back to the point. Wilkinson now controls on the half board, down to Cameron. Cameron's going to circle. Quick shot, turns, fire, bouncing puck. Freeland couldn't find the handle on that one. Bulldogs control, shoot this one all the way down. Dyer's going to come out to play this one. Royals are going to speed this up. 1 minute remaining on the power play. 5-minute major. Shots 28-25. As Brosma couldn't clear this one. They walk in shorthanded. Dyer knocks that one away. As Hurd lost a handle, miscommunication on that. Bulldogs try to find this one. Back come the Royals. 3 wide. Hurd, Van Vlak, and Freeland. Knocked down, controlled. Van Vlak couldn't find the overall handle. They're going to go high off the glass, bouncing puck. Basie's going to grab this one. One last hurrah for the Royals. Samus is going to come back, touch space, long pass. Hurd's going to knock it down. Tried to find the handle on that, couldn't. They're going to shoot this one in. This will be a clearing attempt by the Bulldogs. They do. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey. 5-4 for the Royals. Samus now controls this one out. Scott Kirby with him on the outside, knocked away. Kirby backhands it, tries to find it out front, and John Samus trying to find the handle on that. Goal scorers tonight with Tosick, Zach Brooks, Freeland, Basie, and Kirby. Face-off won by the Bulldogs deep in their own zone. They're going to carry this one out. Off the foot of Van Vlak, he breaks that one up, takes a bounce, controlled again by the Bulldogs. 2-on-4, lots of Royals back. Oh, they step on the outside as Dyer had to come way out and knock that one down as Dyer dove into the feet of the Bulldogs player. Bulldogs want a call. No call. Great even opportunity for the Bulldogs. With Tosick, Arnold, and Thompson come out on this one. Long pass by Zach Brooks. He's bumped. So that was Brosman that put that one up. Arnold, the forward check on that one with Tosick now circling in to help out. Bouncing puck. Zach Thompson breaks that one up. He's going to carry this one in as he's hammered at the line trying to bring this one in. Bulldogs trying to find their path in. Dyer knocks that one away off a leg of Michael Hunter. Witosic clears on the far side. Thompson's going to gain the red line. Quick step as Arnold was just too quick for him, but they lose control. Back come the Bulldogs. Nice hard hit the line by Neary. Can't find their way in. Dyer had to jump on that one. Freeland on the change in behind. Tries to battle his way in. He's bumped off the puck. He's going to force his man on the boards. Bouncing puck in the corner. Cameron now battles his man. Hook, no call. Bulldogs control back in the zone. Broken up by Kenny Murdoff. Now they work on the outside. Bulldogs can't hold the line. They dump it in hard. Dyer can't knock this one down. Hurd's going to go back and pick this one up. Hurd's going to break this. He's got Witosic and Freeland with him. Tried to float that one. Couldn't. Puck hasn't crossed yet. Now it goes in. Long distance pass. Riley St. Pierre couldn't find a handle. Bulldog in behind the play. As St. Pierre breaks that one up. Bulldogs holding at the line. They're going to walk in, try to find the shot. Can't find it. Busy sticks by the Royals. Force them on the outside. Long distance shot. Dyer kicks that to the side. Zach Brook with a nice touch pass to Riley St. Pierre. St. Pierre tries to force to the outside. He's sat down by the Bulldogs defenseman. Tried to go off the back of the net. St. Pierre knocked that one down. Quick shot. And Van Vlack fires that one in. McGraden grabs that one at 15:06 remaining of the third period. We'll update the period on the screen there. Van Vlack steps in on the draw for this one. Wins the draw off a foot. Kept at the line by Basie, but the Bulldogs get this one out. There should be a delayed offside on that one. Bulldogs see it. They tag back up. Basie goes across to his defense partner. Floating pass off the foot of Kirby. And Samus picks this one up. Interference calls coming to Alex Basie as Basie just didn't move. And there was a significant weight difference there. And they'll go to a power play as everyone's a little shocked. The penalty kill brought to you by CCS Industrials. Interference is the call to Alex Basie, 14:46. Back to the power play. Deseronto is 50%. They're 3 for 6 right now. This is their 6th one. Quick shot high up out of play. At 14:39. Again, thank you so much for joining us here on Royals Hockey. Proud member of the NPHL here on YouTube. Bulldogs controlling their own zone. Trying to find their way in on this power play. Shot off the side of the net. Now Dyer can't find it. Now kick to the right-hand side. Bulldogs work around trying to find their way in. Trying to find the shot. Bouncing puck. Still can't control. Quick shot. Dyer blocker save to the outside. Bulldogs are now switching back to the point. Here comes the shot off a stick high up out of play. Don't forget, for all Royals action and information, follow them on Instagram and Facebook. Next game is here next week as the Lindsay Barncats in town. Oh, sorry, Durham Hawks are here next week. As the bouncing puck goes all the way down, McGraden has to play this one. John Samus on the forecheck, and in comes Josh Cameron. John Samus now gets back, as well as the defense is Neary and Murdoch out there. They work it deep, bouncing puck. John Samus, long distance shot off a foot. Bulldogs still control. 55 seconds remaining in the penalty. To Basie for interference. Bulldogs trying to find this one, bouncing puck. As Dyer hangs on to that one as the Bulldog kind of drops down. Dyer, that's the second time Dyer's been bumped. Remember him from junior. He gets a little upset when you put anything on him. Update the score up there in Lindsay 7-2 Oil Kings. So they scored a goal since we last saw it. Watasik's out there with Arnold on the draw. Out there with Brosma. And on the far side is Wilkinson. Bulldogs have to back up, trying to find their way out. We're 30 seconds remaining in the penalty to Basie. Bulldogs now carry in on the far side through a feet. Nobody touches it. Arnold turns, fires. Bulldogs couldn't keep it in at the line. With toss, it's going to change this one down in behind the net. Arnold's going to hang back along with the defense. Out come the Bulldogs. 1-on-2. They're working. Nice broken up play there by Brosma. With toss, it can't get it out. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Kept at the line by the Bulldogs, and they come. Dyer flashes the leather and hangs on to that one. As it was picked off at the line, and Bulldogs walked right back in. There's the pickoff, and there's the shot. You'll see it picked off right here. In they come. There's the quick shot. Dyer steps up, flashes the leather, and keeps it 5-4. Bulldogs win this draw. Long distance shot, tip shot to the outside. Dyer didn't see it. Josh Cameron tries to clear on the outside. Malcolm Hurd tried to flick this on the half board, couldn't get it. Murdoch now goes to the far side. He's got Freeland. Oh, just missed the connection as Freeland tried to one-touch that up to Josh Cameron and couldn't find it. Nice heads-up play. Jordy Freeland, one of the hybrid players here for the Royals, newly acquired right around Christmas time, as he can play forward and defense. He stepped up on the forward line, and DeRossi left the game. Bulldogs work on the outside. Penalty coming up to Freeland. That'll be Freeland for hooking. On the outside, Freeland expressed his view on that call. Back to the power play for the Bulldogs again. They're 3 for 7 tonight, this being the 7th power play. Freeland for hooking, 12-17. Shots, 34-27. Face-off, won by the Bulldogs. They keep it in, long distance shot. Dyer knocks that one down, bouncing puck. Hurd's going to turn, fire, shoot that one down as Cameron tried to knock that down. In behind their own zone now, Bulldogs are going to set up. 12 minutes remaining of the third period. Now going to control this one up through the zone. Drop pass, Bulldogs now revamp, try to carry this one in. Forced to the outside, that was Brosma, hits his man. Bulldogs keep it in. They go with a half shot into the half dot there on the cross and trying to dump it in and couldn't get it in as Dyer hangs on to that one at 11:37. Van Vleck and Thompson now come out of the forward lines. Brosma and Hunter are going to stay out. Face-off won by the Bulldogs. Minute 15 remaining in the power play. They work it on the far side. Bulldogs keep it in at the line, try to find their way in. Work on the outside. Long distance shot. Hits the player in the back. Dyer's got to get over. He runs post to post. Bouncing puck. Couldn't control that one. Bulldogs still control. Trying to find their way in. As went off the post there, as I guess the referees aren't calling the interference call at the top of the circle there. As Thompson was stripped off the puck on that one. Dyer steps up, knocks that to the side as Van Vlack hacks his player. 30 seconds remaining in the penalty to Freeland. Quick shot, Dyer knocks that one down, bouncing puck, there it is. As Dyer had the initial save, then the bouncing puck. You'll see it there. There's the bouncing puck where they go to keep it in at the outside. He's going to walk right in. He's going to hammer this one. He knocks it down. There's the bounce, and Dyer just couldn't find the handle on that one. As we're now 5-5 in the third period. That was a power play goal. Royals trying to get this one out with Tosick. One-touch pass to Arnold. Arnold's going to blow by his defenseman on the outside. He hits the brakes back to Witosick. He gets through. He's going to put this on the net. Best scores! As Witosick from a weird angle. And the Royals get it right back. What a play by Witosick. As you'll see it here, Arnold just hits the brakes, turns, fires, puck goes to the outside, and Witosick is just going to turn and fire it, and goes low on Nick McGraden, and 6-5 for the Royals. We'll see if Thompson tipped that one, as looks like McGraden's getting the hook on this. They're putting in Corey Kuipers. Kuipers now in net for the Bulldogs. As the Bulldogs now come in halfway through the third period at 6-5 as McGraden gets the hook. Corey Kuipers with a .912 save percentage. He's been doing equal lifting with Aaron Young for the Bulldogs this year. Now a run down the far end. Jordy Freeland on the forecheck as the Bulldogs come back the opposite way, try to find their way on the outside. They do. Steve Neary on the half board. Freeland now turns this one over. He kicks across the far side to Hurt, who's back to Cameron. He's got Freeland with him. Cameron's going to walk in off the crossbar as the first shot that Kuipers faces goes right off the crossbar. Oh, it was a tip on the outside by Thompson. The shot from Witosick, we'll have to update that, as it looked like it was a straight-in shot from Witosick. But Zach Thompson put a stick on that as Kirby tried to find his way through. We'll have to update on the highlight reel for tomorrow as well. As Kenny Murdoch breaks this one up into the corner. Neary goes back, takes a nice hard head into the boards and puts this one back. 9 minutes remaining in the third period. 6-5 for the Royals. Bulldogs on the outside. Murdoch is going to break this one up. He's got Arnold with him off the foot. He's got two Royals with him. And Santa scores! Second shot Kuipers faces. And the Royals are up 7-5. You'll see this play right here start way in the back with Murdoch. He's going to put this one up to Arnold. And Arnold's just going to tap this one into the middle. And in come two Royals by themselves. And there's the fire and shot and scored. Cameraman's a little not centered there, but that's okay. We'll take it 7-5 with 8:54 remaining in the third period. Michael Hunter goes in behind the net with Tosick, avoids the check. Carried out. Back comes Samus. Now he's going to put this up. Here's Arnold. Arnold's got a step. He falls down. Quick shot. Kuipers fights that one into the corner. As there's a bouncing puck as Brosma's up in the forward play on that one. But Tossic's back. Now Brosma gets back. Josh Cameron on the ice. A long distance shot. Royals are going to carry this one out, broken up. Hunter could get a thing. Nice save by Dyer as he spreads the legs on that. Quick shot again, misses the net. Cameron is going to put this one out. Bulldogs are going to put their foot on the gas against the Royals right now. Shots 41-34, the Bulldogs. They keep this one in. Long distance shot off a leg and bounce to the outside. Royals clear. It was Thompson that flicked that one out. Change coming up. Misplay, miscommunication. Icing is the call.
This broadcast of the County Royals Hockey brought to you by Rock Solid Excavation Inc., built on the commitment to excellence.
Timeout called by the Bulldogs at 7:55. We're back from the timeout, 7-5 for your Royals. 7:42 remaining in the third period. Face-off won by Deseronto. They try to get this one out, broken up at the line. Cameron knocks this one down. Bulldogs going to carry this one back. They're going to circle and get reset. Long distance shot, broken up at the line. Now a foot race back. This is Wilkinson. Cameron gets this one out. Bulldogs finish their change. Hard hit. The door opens up. That's always a dangerous play. Back come the Bulldogs. Forced on the outside by Wilkinson. He falls. Basie out there as well. Basie shortens that pass. Tried to find the Wilkinson who was cutting back the other way. Basie comes back to help. Cameron's going to flick this on the outside. Hurd is going to turn and fire. And here's Jordy Freeland across the middle. Freeland tried to dump that in twice. You better check that stick. Make sure it's not broken. Freeland changes. Van Vleck, Hurd, and John Samus. Hurd goes off. Out comes Nick Kirby. Samus now has the puck. Backhand shot. Can't get out. In come the Bulldogs. Guy in behind Murdoff. Murdoff now battles his man in behind the net. Bulldogs trying to find their way out. Bouncing puck off a foot. Knocked down at the line. Bulldogs trying to find their way in. Long distance shot. Tipped high and outside. At 6:20. Shots 41-30 for your count. Sorry, for the Bulldogs. Van Vleck steps in on the draw. Face off won by Van Vleck, puts it around the outside. John Samus now has it up to Nick Kirby. Kirby cuts through, long distance shot. He's hit off the net, off the thing, and Kuipers is going to play that one, keep it going as two Royals battle in. Back to Steve Neary, tip shot, missed outside. Murdoff steps in at the line, keeps it in. Van Vleck tries to skate through three Bulldogs. He can't get through. Back come the Bulldogs. 5:48 remaining in the third period. Little tip pass in the corner. Dyer knocks that out. Neary can't get it out off a foot. Murdoff's going to circle. He's going to hang on to that one, take a breather, and have a look. Van Vleck's going to change. They're going to put Arnold on the ice. Kenny Murdoff is going to carry this one up. Offside is the call, as Arnold couldn't stay on side. Again, thank you so much for joining us here. Again, you want to catch some of the action or any Royals news, follow them on Instagram at the NAPHL Royals and on Facebook. Face off, one controlled by Arnold, carried in by Brosma, long dump in, knocked aside by Kuipers. Remember, all the highlights and the previous games by the Royals can be found right here on Royals Hockey on YouTube. Watasa keeps it at the line along with Arnold. A quick shot. Bouncing puck, still can't find it. As Hunter couldn't find the trigger on that one. As something's wrong with the pad back on Kuipers. He's trying to fix something. He stepped on something. Another great opportunity by the Royals. Watasic fights off the check on the half board up to Thompson. Thompson couldn't find the handle. Bouncing puck. Back come the Bulldogs. 4:30 remaining as it's forced outside by Watasic. Bulldogs now circle. They come in too wide off a leg of Hunter into the corner. Hunter off the half board to Watasic. Bouncing puck. Hurd couldn't get a stick on that one. Tries to catch up to his man. Back come the Bulldogs. Just over 4 minutes remaining now. Cameron checks his man. Long dump in by the Bulldogs. Late hit there by Hurd. No call by the officials. Shot. Dyer closes the 5-hole on that. It's kept in at the line. Shots are 48-33. They battle on the corner there. 2 Royals, 2 Bulldogs, now 3 Bulldogs. Bulldogs come away. Trying to find their step in. Dyer closes the door. Freeland turns, fires. High in the glass. Bouncing puck, fooled the defenseman. They got to back up. Malcolm Hurd in the forward check. Van Vlack changes for Cameron. Now Van Vlack. Long distance pass. Now a foot race. Basie forces his man to the outside. Nice pass. Dyer knocks that one down and hangs on to it at 3:19. Shots 45-33 for the Bulldogs, 7-5 for the Royals. As again, this is a potential first-round face-off matchup. Probably going to be the first-round face-off matchup based on the points. Samus takes a hard hit, kept out. Arnold's going to, or that was Kirby going to let that one go. Icing is the call at 3:07. With Tosick, Thompson, Kirby, Zach Brooks, Freeland, Basie. A lot of names on that scoring list tonight for the Royals. They battle on the half board now, broken up. Murdoch's going to hammer this one around. Kirby can't get a stick. Sorry, it's Nick Kirby. Battles his man. Stick all caught up in the Bulldogs player as Kirby tries to battle his man. Bump on the half board. Can't find the stick. Long distance shot. Dyer is going to blocker that one out of play. Hit the net and stayed in. 2:38 required. Out comes Kuipers. As now the 6th man comes on the ice for the Bulldogs. With Tosick, Arnold, and Thompson out. Brosma and Basie. 6th man on the attacker for the Bulldogs. Face off won by the Royals. Lots of players on the puck now for the Bulldogs. As Arnold tried to force his way right through. Can't find his footing. Quick shot. Bouncing puck. Dyer knocked that to the side. Thompson battles his man. Off a glass with Tosick by himself. Tried to put it through. Now a race. As Arnold can't quite get to it. Swinging stick. Net is empty. Everybody comes back. Long distance shot. Missed wide. Royals want to keep that in play. Still can't find it. Brosma now has it. Long distance shot off a leg. Bouncing puck again. Still can't get it in. There's no goalie. And the Bulldogs do a really great job of keeping that out. Now it's cleared. Knocked down. Basie has it. He's going to shoot this one in at 140. Both teams change. Cameron, Hurd come out. Goalie still out of the net for the Bulldogs. Long shot. Dyer's going to hang on to that one with 1:30. What an opportunity missed by the Royals. Freeland, Hurd, Cameron out there on the forward. Neary and Murdoch. 6 players on the ice for the Bulldogs. 1:30, 7-5. Face off won by the Royals. Long distance shot, no icing as Jordy Freeland's going to turn fire up post. Jordy's going to see that tonight in his dreams. And what a great opportunity for Jordy Freeland. Bulldogs still control though. They work it around great. Dyer knocks that one down. Murdoch's going to have to battle. Freeland's back. He's going to turn, try to clear this one. He can't. Quick shot just misses wide. 1 minute remaining in the third period. Nice hard hit by Hurd. That went in the net. But there was a hit. The referee's hands up. It was a clean hit. Not sure what's going on. There's a player down on the ice. No one likes to see this one. It looked like just a hard hit. We're going to go to the intermission break. We'll be right back. Well, they were very, very quick about deciding this. It's going to be a 5-minute major to Malcolm Hurd. We didn't see the signal. Pretty sure it's for kneeing. It didn't look like a dirty hit from up here, but again, we're way up here. Freeland's going to serve that penalty of the 5-minute major. 6-on-4. Dyer knocks that one away. Free puck. Dyer can't find it. Royals clear. 30 seconds remaining as they're going to set this one up. Zach Thompson. Arnold are your forwards. Murdoch and Neary on the point. Bulldogs work on the outside. Dyer knocks that one away. Bulldogs can't turn fire. Now a shot down the ice and scores. As that was Justin Arnold, as he's just going to turn and fire that one in. Sorry, Arnie, we're not going to put a replay on that one for an empty net goal. 14.1 seconds remaining. And 8-5 for your Royals. Short-handed goal. Van Vlak's going to take the draw on this one. They're probably going to let this one settle down now as Basie's going to back up with 10 seconds. He's going to go for a skate. Everyone's going to let this one go. 6-5 seconds. And at the end of 3 periods, shots 50-33. The Royals shock the top team in the Highlands division with an 8-5 victory. For the County Royals, my name is Bill Newman, and we will catch